Hello Linux folks, I'm Abhishek from Linux Handbook and I'm going to show you how to increase the swap size on Ubuntu or other Linux distribution. Here we go. Do tell me how much swap you use on your Linux system. First, check the swap size on your system with command swap on show. This will show the swap being used as well as the type of swap. So in this case, it's a 2 GB of swap file. The type is file. If it was partition, it would have been a real partition, but that's not the case. And if you are using swap file, which is being used by Ubuntu by default, and you are in luck because increasing or resizing the swap file is really easy. So the swap file is simply a file under root which is used by your system for swapping the memory from RAM to the disk. So the first thing you need to do is switch off the swap. So with the swap off and the path to the swap file, you tell the system to not use this file as swap anymore. So now you can see the swap being used on the system is 0. There's no swap anymore. Now I had 2 GB of swap file on the system. What I'm going to do is I'll increase the size of this file. So I'm going to use the command fallocate, I don't know how to call it. So this will change the size of the file to 4 GB or whatever size you want. So you just provide the path to the file. The default file name is actually root swap file. You can call it anything you want. I mean, if you are creating more swap files. Anyways, so now if you check the size of the file, it's 4 GB bytes. And if you prefer, you can see it in human readable format. It's 4 gig. So now what we need to do is to tell the system, the Linux system, that this file will be used as swap space. So how do you do that? You use the command mkswap. So you can see that it's wiping the old swap signature and using this file as the new swap. Now when you have marked it as the swap space, you should also turn the swap on. Remember, you just swap off the swap space, so now you should turn it on again. And if you see the swap size now, it's 4 GB bytes. You can use the free command to see the swap size. See, 4 gigabyte. How simple it is to increase or decrease even the size of swap space on Linux with this swap files. If it was a swap partition, it would have been a pain. Time for bonus tip. There's a parameter called swappiness. The more the swappiness, the more your system will be inclined to use the swap space. And that is not a good thing because RAM is faster and your system should utilize the RAM as much as possible. This is why on desktop the swappiness is 60, but on server where performance is important, the swappiness is like close to 1, usually 10. You can change your swappiness value to 10 or 1, whatever you want with this command. So the systemd command allows you to change it, but the change will not be permanent. For that, you need to edit this configuration file. So again, remember the swappiness should be as less as possible so that your system should use more of the RAM. It should use the swap as less as possible. So in this file, just add this line at the end of the file, save it, and then reboot. Even if you don't reboot, it's fine because you already changed the value there. But if you reboot it, your swappiness will be changed. I hope you liked this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Ciao ciao.